Hey everybody, this is Dina with the Rhode Island Wave. I am here today on the set of a movie. A bunch of local people are making a movie. I have Kristen Falso-Capaldi. She's the writer and director. Are you? Yes, she's right. Yep. She wrote and directed this movie.
Yeah.
So tell us what's the name of the movie?
It's called So You Want to Steal a Kidney, and it is a comedy, a farce, I hope.
I hope so.
Yeah, the premise is we have our protagonist, Peaches, and she is a gambling addict, and she owes a bookie a lot of money, and she's not always the swiftest girl, so she has this idea from watching a true crime program that she can lure her old pal Butchie into bed, knock him out, and steal his kidney. But she doesn't really know anything about human anatomy, so as things get going, she really is at a loss. And
not well thought.
No, it's not
well thought out on your part, but not on her part.
Right, absolutely. So
with this idea, I've heard this story. Has been out there, the myth of the kidney stealing.
Absolutely, right.
So you decided to turn it into. You wrote a script, and turned it into a movie.
Yeah, I mean, I was literally driving, down the street one day or the highway, and I just was thinking, for some reason, that popped into my head, that whole urban myth, and I said, gosh, that seems like a really hard thing to do because I don't know enough about human anatomy, and if you were doing that, how would you do it? So I initially started writing the script, and originally the character was going to be a prostitute living in a brothel, and that like a madam was going to come in, and then mobsters were going to come in, and it switched a little bit, and now Peaches is a woman who lives at home with her mom, and she's kind of down on her luck. She's back home living with Ma, and she's just a spendaholic, a gambleaholic, and then when she is threatened by this mobster, she decides she's going to try this, and and then by the time the movie gets going, we have all these people in the room trying to help her figure out where the kidney is.
Oh, that sounds fun and interesting.
I hope so.
No, really. The great part about being a writer is you get to, when it starts to maybe not go. You realize maybe that's not going to work. I could redo this. Not like in real life.
Yeah.
When you hit that wall, you kind of got to just stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're writing it, you can rethink the process, which is exciting. Now, so this isn't your first movie thing. When I met you, you were behind the camera at one of
Adam Carbone's. Yeah.
And I saw you had another film that you did.
I did, yeah. In 2020, I made my first short film, which was a totally different genre. It was called So You're Not Afraid at All, and it was more of a psychological, surreal, little bit of a thriller, but not really, and it was more dreamlike and totally different. That was such an exciting experience, and I learned a lot because I had primarily been a writer, and then I got a little bit involved in visual art, and that, those two things together, I started thinking about I really wanted to make a movie. 2020, we were all sitting around bored, and a friend of mine was a filmmaker, and he said, I'll help you make it. So we ended up making that film using a bar that my cousin owns in North Providence, and we actually shot a lot of it down here. This is my friend Amy's basement.
Nice
and
friend.
So, yeah, this is the second time this basement is being used for a film.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I was going to ask about that. So is there like a network of you movie folk who know how to find each other when this time comes?
Yeah, I mean, as of 2020, I was completely an outsider, and then when I made that first film, that's how I got to know Adam. But fun story, Adam was actually, I used to be a public school teacher, and he was my student in high school many years ago now, and well, maybe not that many. I don't want to make him older than he is, but yeah. So we met again on the set of that movie. He was the audio person, but they needed him filling in for one of the actors. So through him, I got some gigs as a production designer. So I do a lot of that on the side.
Well, that's fun.
And yeah, so my friend Steven, who's also in the movie, Stephen Martin, he calls us the Gang of Artists. So
cool.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of us that are local, and we work on each other's films.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you have now how long have you been working on films? So 2020, you were an outsider in this gang, so were you doing it before then?
I was writing scripts before that, but I really didn't know anything about it, and I think there's this this idea that you write a script and you have to get it to Hollywood somehow, and that Hollywood's going to make it happen, and that really kind of isn't the reality. And if you really want it to happen, you have to make it yourself.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Right.
And I'm older. I got into this. My first film I made when I was 50, so I'm 54 now, and I don't know. I just love it. I love doing it.
Doesn't sound very old to me. Just saying.
Well, I'm older to be just starting out. I guess.
Right. Listen, better late than never.
Yeah,
better
yeah.
To start late and get something done than never get anything done.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Well, I
love
was
doing
watching you with the cast earlier, and they're here hiding in the background, and we'll bring a couple of them on and have them say a few words.
Yeah, that'd be great. I hope they want to talk to you because
Me too.
Yeah.
All right. So a couple more questions for you, Kristen. What is the timeline on this? When do you figure you'll have all the footage in?
So we're going to finish shooting on the 7th, and that's Tuesday. And once we're done with that, I'm going to start editing, but I have a quick trip to New York. When I get back from New York, I'm going to start at least putting all the footage together, make an assembly cut, and then I'm hoping to have the whole thing edited. My goal is to try to send it to the Block Island Film Festival, which shout out to Block Island Film Festival. They have one of the best kept secrets. They're so awesome. And so much fun, and it's Block Island, so it's awesome.
When is that?
That's in late May, early June, and so I'm hoping to get that to them and get accepted. This would be my 3rd year. I'll probably go anyway if they don't accept me, but I have a lot of fun.
You're not messing around with that timeline to have this all edited.
I'm hoping, yeah, I'm really hoping to get it done for that. If not, I understand, and I will get it. I will probably still go to the festival, but I'll definitely go to the festival. If you're watching Block Island Film Festival, I will be there.
Go to the film festival and meet Kristen.
But yeah, and then the goal is really just to have it done at least by the spring, and to start sending it to festivals.
Yeah,
and I'm really excited about it. It's the first comedy that I've made, but again, it's only my 2nd film. The other one was not a comedy, but I watch a lot of comedy.
Now, what do you figure the length of this will be?
It's probably going to be roughly 15 to 20 minutes. I'm hoping for that 15-minute sweet spot, but we'll see.
So a nice shorty.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice short film.
Get in and tell your story and get out.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. That's fun.
Yeah.
And then, are you going to put it on the internet? What's the plan for that?
Yeah, eventually I will have a premiere party and have people come watch it, and then I'll put it out on either Vimeo, YouTube, or there's another really good streaming service, Reveal, where a lot of the local filmmakers.
Now, do you worry about, as an original script, do you worry about people stealing your idea, or how does that work out?
I mean, I did register it with the Writers Guild, the script itself, and I'm not super worried with the short, I think, because it's, it's fun to make and they're super awesome, but there's no money in shorts, so I guess someone could steal the idea and run with it and make a series out of it where there's a different organ every week or something. I don't know.
Oh, good Lord.
But, I'm not too worried about that.
Speaking about the money, you had a fundraiser a while back. I wasn't able to make it. Yeah. How did that go?
It went really well because Brian Vincent, who's plays one of the thugs in
I know Brian. Yep.
And Jason Burns, who's also a comedian.
You may know Brian as Martha.
Yes, Grandma Martha, and Jay Burns, who's also a comedian. He plays a role in this film as well. And we had a bunch of comedians. They got comedians together, and they did a show for me. Out of the goodness of their heart, they did it at the Sunny Side in Cranston. We made about $900 from that.
That's nice.
And then a few people who couldn't come said, "Can I give a donation?" So we did a little bit extra. I think I raised close to $1,700, which is not great. It's a micro budget, but it was enough to get an audio person, a videographer, and we do have someone coming. We have to do a little bit of FX makeup on our last day on Tuesday. Okay,
yeah. Well, yeah. I'm hoping you're not actually cutting that kidney out of anybody.
No. The guy playing Butchie is a very good sport, but he's not that good of a sport.
Nobody's that good of a sport. Don't give your kidney away. Unless you're getting the $20,000. Yeah. That's a whole other thing. Well, it was really good to see you. Thank you so much for having me to your set. And I will let you all get back busy doing your thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll see you around.
Yeah.
All right. Now I have Adam Carboni here. Is it Carboni or Carbone?
Carbone, yeah.
Carbone. Okay.
In Italy, they say that.
In Italy, yes. The Italian way, Carbone.
Yeah.
And we've met before on the set of, what's the name of that show you do?
The Linda Eldridge program.
And you have a radio show.
Yeah. And Corporal.
And yes, a few things. We heard you on a few times.
Yeah.
And now you're the what do you call it?
I'm the director of photography on this one.
Director photographer. Awesome. And Kristen called you up and said, Adam, and you said, oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll do whatever Kristen asks me. I'm in. She's helped us so much with, and she's such a creative force, and us together is like, Like you want a set that's just like peaceful, and this whole thing, right? It's been great.
Yeah,
just peaceful, because there's ones that are high tension and everything. It's always high stakes, and we all know that.
Yeah.
But if you can still go about it peacefully and calmly, like that's the best way to do it.
Right.
And it gets the best product, I think.
Right. The real tension is when you go to edit it all.
Oh yeah. With Kristen, I'm not touching it.
You're not touching it.
It's Kristen.
Kristen.
I will help.
There you go. Yeah. Well, that's when the real tension comes in. Trying to put all those little pieces together. But yeah, it seemed very calm and good. Yeah. So what else you got going on?
What else I got going on? Well, actually, I got to say something. So. I was her student, so that story is true. I was her student, and I
didn't think she lied to me.
I fixed her pencil sharpener.
Oh.
And so I'm returning that. No, wait. Wait a second. I think we always, now you owe me. No, she did return the favor, so now I'm returning it back. So then
that's all. Started out with the pencil sharpener, and it goes on and on and on.
She doesn't remember it, though.
No.
Well, I fixed it, though. It was good. It was just jammed. There's just too much shavings in it. That's all.
There you go. I'm sure there were a lot of. I'm sure her pencil sharpener got jammed a lot.
It was fixed. So.
All right. You're keeping track of all the footage, and then you give it to her, and then she's going to.
Yeah, and we back it up multiple times. That's important.
Oh yeah.
We've all lost too many movies, so you have to back it up here. Then we back it up. We go back to our respective studios, and we back it up again. Yes.
Like
3 times, 4 times.
The technical part of all of this is different. Not in the old days when you had those big reels of film. You kind of couldn't use those. But they were huge. No. You couldn't really do what we do today. Like what I'm doing here, which is just this little one-man band jam.
Hey.
Good to see you. It was fun to watch you guys work. And I love that there's a whole more crew of people here. Let's see if we can get somebody else to come on up.
I was going to mention your tattoos again. I love them. They're so cool.
All right, so now we have Stacy Kendrow, who apparently in this movie wants to steal a kidney.
Yeah, I get it though. She wants the money. She says, "Listen, 20 grand is 20 grand."
Is that how much she's going to get for this kidney?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm going to watch mine on my way out. 20 grand is a lot of money just for a kidney, I guess. Especially since we do have 2.
We do have 2.
Technically, we could live without one. But that's fun. So now acting is something you do, but you're also a comedian. You've been in the paper. Johnny Parada, my favorite comedian.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart. He's a sweetheart.
Oh my God, he's the best. He's the best. Teddy bear.
He is.
Giant teddy bear.
I worked for him on and off for years, but I lived in New York, and I also do some screenwriting and art. Same as me and Kristen are like two sisters from another uterus or whatever.
There you go, sisters from
because we both kind of dabble in a lot of the same things. I mean, I wouldn't say dabble isn't the right word, but I'm a painter, then I'm writing, and then stand up, and now film. So
yeah, let's do your RT creative. You got the bug. You want to share your talent, and it's great. I just love the idea that you guys are right here, Rhode Island. We're Rhode Island, just so people know we're in what is this, East Greenwich?
East Greenwich,
Rhode Island, in a random person's house. Apparently, a very good friend of Kristen who let her borrow her house, and we're in their basement, and they've got it all set up to be a studio. So. They make it happen.
And right behind us is like basically my character's mother. That's why there's a big cross behind your head over there. She comes down the stairs and says, "Peaches, what are you doing?" So that's.
And she's got an Italian
we're right on set.
Yeah, I don't know that's not going to go well when she sees you doing what you're doing.
Yeah. It's a really funny script. You'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to catching the movie and catching you in the movie and talking to a couple of the other people who are here today. Anything else you want to tell us what's going on?
Well, this is the biggest thing. I mean, the New Year, Christmas, New Year, and then this is like a 4-day shoot, 5-day shoot. This has kind of been, and then I have just stand up around New England for right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
good to see you.
Now we have Amy Muehlberg. and she is acting in the movie, acting for the first time ever in a movie. How fun is that?
It's amazing. It's outside my comfort zone for sure, but because one of my best friends is directing it, I'm doing pretty good.
And Amy shot the mystery of whose house this is out the window. It's Amy's house.
Yes.
And she's letting them move everything around and take over.
Absolutely.
And that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And this is a good experience.
Oh, it's amazing. It's so fun meeting all the creative people, the other actors. It is just an amazing group of just authentic, kind, collaborative people. I absolutely love it.
That's wonderful. Yeah, we'll all look forward to seeing the whole thing put together.
Yes.
And we probably won't even realize it's your house at that point.
Oh, yeah, probably not. It doesn't look anything like
yeah. Good, good. Well, good. All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Let me one other question. Did you always want to act, or did it just kind of you fall into it?
Yeah, I like drawing. I'm artsy, but then I went into kind of a medical field, so I've been doing more serious stuff for my day job. So this is a fun, different.
Cool.
For me, yeah.
All right, so now we have Rowan McMahon.
Hello.
Is that right? Did I say
Yes,
that right?
yes,
Rowan
that's correct,
McMahon.
yes.
And this is her first time being a production assistant on a set. And are you having fun?
I am. It is really fun. I've never been on a set before, but like everybody's been saying, like everybody here is super artsy, super creative. So it's definitely the type of people that I can like get down with. So
And so you're getting into the whole storyline about this kidney being.
Oh yeah, I mean when I first read the script, it was definitely different from any other story that I've ever read. So I don't know, it's pretty funny.
It's kind of fun that they made it funny, right?
Yeah, it is. So I love that. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Now, have you been involved? So this is your first time as a production assistant, and so you're artsy in other ways. What do you do?
Yeah, so I'm like kind of juggling between like communication major and arts and creative industries major
Still
at my
in school?
Yes, still in school. So
Still in high school?
No, college.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. I was gonna say.
I go to Bryant University.
Cool. Shout out to Bryant.
Yeah. But yeah, I dabble in a lot of different things. Like I'm interested in film. I'm interested in visual arts, like painting and drawing. I'm interested. I don't know. Basically, like. I'm kind of like I'll try anything once.
Yeah, just figure out what takes.
Exactly.
What sticks. Well, I hope you all stick with this art thing. And, it looks like a lot of fun. All right, and now I have Nico Rodriguez. He is the second assistant, production assistant on the set. Now, have you done this before?
I haven't. I kind of had some experience on sets when I was like a lot younger, but because my parents are in martial arts, so they kind of got into the stunt work. So my mom and my brother are big in stunt work, so I've kind of just got into that.
So you've been around it a little bit.
Yeah.
You had a clue, and then because they just kind of, as an assistant, they tell you what to do.
Yeah, I don't want to really get into. I mean, I could probably do stunts, but I'm just not. Don't really want to be like.
Yeah,
an
that sounds
actor.
like it could hurt.
I mean, I wouldn't even mind that. I'm just not like a actor type of person. I want to get into the production side.
So Kristen called you.
Well, actually, I grew up with a person that's Adam's cousin, who's actually really close
Adam,
to me.
there you
So
go.
Adam,
One of Adam's crew.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, this is the first thing that I've been doing. He just has me working on the lighting and helping with some of the camera stuff.
Yeah, cool. And that's good because there's a lot of people involved. People don't realize. You're looking at a scene and two people are standing over a body, but that's not what's going on in this room.
Yeah, exactly.
There's people with microphones and other people, calling out lines. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. I wanted to make sure I got some of the camera stuff in the background. There's cameras everywhere. There's lights everywhere. It's a lot of fun. This is how you make movies. The only difference it would be you'd be in Hollywood. It would be you'd have to travel. We don't want to travel. We like Rhode Island, right? Right. There you go. Well, it's very nice to meet you.